Padre Pio. Born Francesco Forgione, this humble Capuchin friar from Italy has captivated the hearts of millions around the world. Padre Pio, a man chosen by God, bore the stigmata, the wounds of Christ, for 50 years. From miraculous healings to bilocation, accounts of Padre Pio's extraordinary gift spread far and wide. People flocked to his remote monastery in San Giovanni Rotondo, seeking his intercession, his blessing, a touch of the divine that seemed to radiate from him. Gemma di Giorgi. Gemma, a young girl on the cusp of life, had been born without pupils, a condition that rendered her blind. Doctors offered no hope, no cure for this rare anomaly. Gemma's mother, her heart heavy with grief, clung to her faith. She had heard whispers of a humble friar, Padre Pio, who possessed the extraordinary gift of healing. With unwavering determination, she embarked on a pilgrimage to San Giovanni Rotondo, her precious Gemma cradled in her arms. Upon arriving at the monastery, she joined the throngs of people, each carrying their own burdens, their own pleas for Padre Pio's intercession. Finally, the moment arrived. Gemma's mother stood before Padre Pio, her heart pounding in her chest. Padre Pio listened intently, his gaze fixed on the young mother. When she finished speaking, he gently took Gemma in his arms. The little girl reached out, her tiny fingers brushing against the stigmata on Padre Pio's hands. Padre Pio then looked at Gemma's mother and said, "Don't worry, your daughter will see when she is married." Hope ignited in the mother's heart. When Gemma reached the age of 16, a miracle unfolded. Pupils once absent miraculously appeared in her eyes, their emergence defying all medical explanation. Gemma's vision steadily improved until she could see the world in all its vibrant detail. Padre Pio's words, spoken years earlier, had come to pass. The story of Gemma di Giorgi became a testament to the boundless power of faith. In a small village, a father named Antonio paced anxiously. His newborn son, Giovanni, lay silently, his tiny body ravaged by a mysterious illness. Doctors could offer no explanation, no diagnosis, and no hope. Antonio, driven by a father's love, embarked on a desperate pilgrimage to San Giovanni Rotondo, his precious Giovanni bundled tightly in his arms. Upon arriving at the monastery, exhausted but resolute, Antonio joined the throngs of faithful seeking Padre Pio's intercession. He stood among them, a silent testament to a father's unwavering love. Antonio, his son, cradled protectively in his arms, finally stood before Padre Pio. The friar gently placed his hand on Giovanni's tiny head. Padre Pio looked at Antonio and said, "Go and have faith. Your son will live to be 80 years old." Antonio, overwhelmed with hope and gratitude, wept openly. With a heart brimming with newfound hope, Antonio returned home. Giovanni began to show signs of improvement. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. Giovanni, defying all medical expectations, grew stronger with each passing day. Years turned into decades. Giovanni, the miracle child, blossomed into a vibrant young man. He lived a long and fulfilling life, just as Padre Pio had prophesied. The story of Giovanni became a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, miracles are possible. The bustling city hummed with frenetic energy. Elena, a young woman, navigated the crowded streets, her heart heavy with disillusionment. Raised in a devout Catholic family, faith had always been her compass. But lately doubt had taken root in her heart. Science seemed to offer more concrete answers than the ancient stories of her religion. Elena's parents encouraged her to pray, but their words seemed to fall on deaf ears. One evening, her grandmother came to her and suggested a pilgrimage to see Padre Pio's relics. Elena agreed to accompany her grandparents on their pilgrimage. They travelled to a distant city where Padre Pio's relics were on display. Elena observed the throngs of people, their faces etched with hope and reverence. As Elena stood in line, she felt a strange sense of anticipation. She closed her eyes and prayed, "Padre Pio, if you can hear me, show me a sign. Help me to believe again." When Elena opened her eyes, she found herself standing before Padre Pio's relics, encased in glass. She gazed at the worn brown robes, the rosary entwined between his skeletal fingers, and felt a strange sense of connection, a palpable presence that sent shivers down her spine. As she reached out to touch the glass, a sudden wave of dizziness washed over her, and the world around her seemed to dissolve into a kaleidoscope of colours and light. And then, just as suddenly, it stopped. Elena blinked, her vision clearing, and gasped. Standing before her, as real as the elderly couple beside her, was a Capuchin friar. He was shorter than she expected, his kind eyes crinkled at the corners, a gentle smile playing on his lips. Elena's breath caught in her throat, her heart pounding in her chest. She knew with a certainty that defied all logic and reason that she was in the presence of Padre Pio himself. Tears welled in her eyes, tears of gratitude, of awe, of overwhelming relief. He reached out, his hand, warm and real, gently cupping her cheek. "Have faith, my child," he whispered, his voice a soothing balm to her troubled soul. "God hears your prayers." Padre Pio's life, though rooted in the rural Italian countryside, resonated far beyond the walls of his monastery. His miracles, meticulously documented and recounted by those whose lives they touched, transcended geographical boundaries and cultural differences. From the bustling cities of North America to the remote villages of Africa, stories of his intercession spread like wildfire, carried on the wings of faith and fueled by the hope that bloomed in the hearts of believers. The sheer volume and diversity of these miracles was staggering. The blind saw, the lame walked, and the sick were made whole. Cancers vanished, tumours disappeared, and wounds considered incurable by medical science healed overnight. Each miracle, a testament to the boundless power of God's grace, served as a beacon of hope, igniting a firestorm of faith that spread across the globe. But Padre Pio's legacy extended far beyond the realm of physical healing. His miracles touched the very core of the human experience, offering solace to the grieving, guidance to the lost, and forgiveness to those burdened by guilt and shame. He possessed an uncanny ability to see into the depths of a person's soul, to perceive their hidden wounds and offer words of comfort, encouragement, and unwavering love. And so, the humble Capuchin friar from Pietrelcina became a global phenomenon, a symbol of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. His life and miracles served as a powerful reminder that even in the face of adversity, faith can move mountains, love can heal the deepest wounds, and the grace of God knows no bounds. Central to Padre Pio's ministry was the profound belief in the power of prayer, particularly intercessory prayer. He often said, "Pray, hope, and don't worry," emphasizing the importance of surrendering our burdens to a higher power. He believed that through prayer we could tap into the infinite grace of God and intercede on behalf of ourselves and others, pleading for their healing, guidance, and salvation. Countless testimonies attested to the efficacy of Padre Pio's intercession. People from all walks of life, from humble farmers to renowned intellectuals, shared stories of how their prayers, whispered with unwavering faith, had been answered through his mediation. He became a conduit of divine grace, a channel through which God's healing power flowed into the lives of those who sought his help. Padre Pio's emphasis on intercessory prayer served as a powerful reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. We are part of a larger spiritual tapestry, interconnected through the bonds of love, compassion, and prayer. By praying for one another, we tap into a collective power, a force for good that transcends our individual limitations and unites us in a tapestry of shared hope and unwavering faith. Padre Pio's legacy inspired countless prayer groups around the world, communities of believers united by their shared devotion to him and their belief in the power of intercessory prayer. These groups, often composed of ordinary people grappling with everyday challenges, found solace, strength, and a renewed sense of purpose in their shared commitment to prayer. The enduring appeal of Padre Pio transcended religious boundaries. While deeply rooted in the Catholic faith, his message of hope, compassion, and the transformative power of love resonated with people from all walks of life, regardless of their religious beliefs or spiritual affiliations. His life served as a testament to the universal language of love, a language that transcended cultural differences and spoke directly to the human heart. People were drawn to his humility, his unwavering faith, and his deep compassion for those who were suffering. He saw beyond the labels and divisions that often separated people and recognized the inherent dignity and worth of every human being. Padre Pio's message of love and compassion resonated deeply in a world often torn apart by conflict, hatred, and division. His life served as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, love has the power to heal, to unite, and to transform. He called on people to look beyond their differences and embrace the common humanity that bound them together. His enduring legacy served as a testament to the power of one person to make a difference in the world. Padre Pio, a humble friar from a small Italian village, touched the lives of millions with his compassion, his piety, and his extraordinary connection to the divine. His life and miracles continue to inspire generations, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, faith can move mountains, love can heal the deepest wounds, and the grace of God knows no bounds. In a world consumed by materialism and spiritual disconnect, Padre Pio stands as a beacon of hope. His life, a testament to faith, offers an antidote to modern cynicism. He reminds us that even in suffering, the human spirit, touched by divine grace, possesses unyielding love and compassion. Padre Pio speaks to the anxieties of the 21st century. His message of hope resonates deeply. He reminds us that even in the darkest times, the power of prayer and hope can guide us towards a brighter future. The stories of Padre Pio's miracles whispered across generations serve as more than just tales of the extraordinary. They are invitations to believe, to hope, and to open our hearts to the possibility of the impossible. They remind us that the grace of God flows through the world, touching lives in ways both subtle and profound. Each account, a testament to the enduring power of faith, challenges us to look beyond the confines of our own limited perspectives and embrace a larger, more mysterious reality. The echoes of Padre Pio's life and miracles reverberate through the corridors of time, offering solace to the grieving, strength to the weary, and hope to those who have lost their way. He reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, that even in the darkest of nights the dawn will come, bringing with it the promise of a new day, a fresh start, and the unwavering assurance that love, in its infinite forms, has the power to heal, to redeem, and to transform even the most broken of hearts. And so, we are left with a profound sense of gratitude for the life and legacy of Padre Pio, a humble friar who, through his unwavering faith, boundless compassion, and extraordinary connection to the divine, touched the lives of millions and left an indelible mark on the world. His story, a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness, continues to inspire generations, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, the human spirit, when touched by divine grace, possesses an unyielding capacity for love, compassion, and the unwavering belief that miracles are indeed possible.